Hello everybody, this is Hannah. How are you guys? This video is for the people who will be taking the boards this year or in the near future. It has been... Sorry, may mga ano pala tayo. May mga guest tayo dito ng mga motor, mga kotse, mga manok. So, pag narinig nyo sila, hi lang kayo. It has been like mga 2 months na since the results of nursing boards came out. And days after that, or a week ba, parang I posted on my Insta stories and Facebook stories a question for these people who will be taking the boards this year or in the near future. And I asked them kung ano yung questions na meron sila. And I was planning to make a video and 2 months na nakalipas. Ito na yon. So, syempre maraming mga delay. Grabe yung mga manok, guys. Andyan sila. So, anyway, meron pala akong surprise guest at the end of this video. A very dear friend, and I think she's also the perfect person to guest on this video kasi she also topped the boards and top 7 din siya. So, malalaman niyo kung sino siya at the end of this video. So, ayan. 2 parts yung video na to. The first part, yung tips na nag-help sa akin. And then, the second part I will be answering the questions that they sent dun sa stories na yun. Sorry talaga na delay. So, ito na yun. Okay, so tips for the boards. You know what, guys? The reason why mahirap yung boards, it's really very difficult because yun nga, it's a prolonged period of time and it requires so much energy, so much focus, so much effort compared to when you were in college or when you were, in studying for any other exam. So, what God taught me while I was studying was, I am an athlete. Diba? So, even before sina Heidelin, sina Nesty, sina Yumir, si Carlo, who else? Yung mga Olympians natin came on the news. The Lord already was already teaching me habang board season na I am an athlete. And like an athlete, whatever happens, since there's always going to be a competition, and even if there's no competition, your body has to be primed and has to be fit for the game. You always have to be training. So you're always training. So regardless of what it is is happening in your life, diba? Are you feeling like training today? Are you not feeling like training? And that is called discipline. And the ability to get through it even when life is hard, life is unstable, uncertain, is great. So, these are the things. Ulit-ulit na ako, pero these are the things that God taught me. So, number 1, what helped me was I memorized verses at the start of the year because in my D group, nag-vision casting kami. Every start of the year, nag-vision casting. Yung D group leader ko, Heather, nag-vision casting and marami kang goals na you set for yourself. So, para siyang New Year's resolutions, but this is more, I don't know, basta it's more realistic than a New Year's resolution. So it's a goal kasi na you have set for yourself at the end of the year. So it's not only just, I will exercise. Alam mo yun, wala siyang talagang goal more on it's an intervention. Hi everyone in nursing. So, ayun. So, I memorized verses along with my friend and every 3 weeks yung ginawa namin instead na every week like in church kasi hindi kaya ng brain cells namin to memorize verses every week. So every 3 weeks kami may bagong verse along with all the other verses that we had memorized the weeks prior. And this was very helpful kasi God's word will never come back to Him void na nakarating dito tas walang nangyari. Alam mo, so these verses were given to us for a reason. God is teaching us. God wants us to listen to these verses. And true enough, when a new week would arrive, and then may bagong problems, syempre, the verses na assigned sa amin, dating-dati pa, yung nagkataon, very helpful and very beneficial for me that week. So yun, I memorized verses. Second, take breaks. So ako talaga, I honored God's commandment to honor the Sabbath. So the Sabbath does not necessarily have to be a Sunday. It can be Saturday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know. Basta it's one day in a week na you're not going to do anything work-related, school-related. And the reason why we do this is not only because God did this, diba, when He created the world, no 7th day nag-rest siya. Siya, God na siya. Mamawis ako, guys. Pinatay natin yung aircon. God na siya, nag-rest pa siya. What more us? Diba, na humans, human capacity, human ability will not rest. So, aside from its rest and its recuperating, it's a form of rejuvenation sa atin. It's also a way of surrendering to God. Na kahit na hindi ako mag-aral for the boards, 7 days a week, God has everything under control. So, kahit na, kunyari, nung 6 days, no, hindi ka super nakapag-aral, pero nag-aaral ka, you still surrender that one day, knowing God has commanded us to rest. Not because we deserve it, not because we have done our part, but because He alone knows best. Na mas makaka-function tayo, mas nag-glorify natin siya, mas hindi natin hinihigpitan yung hawak over the things that we have, that we dream of, pero sinusurrender natin sa kamay niya. So I always made it a point to take breaks. Next one is spend conscientiously and not frugally. Big words, no? Conscientiously and frugally. So conscientiously means you think about how you spend your money. So it's not, hindi dahil napadalas na talaga yung sale ngayong pandemic, di ba? Meron 8899, every month meron. And we feel like when the sale comes, parang, oh my gosh, I have to buy it now. Kasi or else, next time, hindi na to sale. Parang, it's not like that, but it's, you buy it because do you need it? If you didn't see it, can you live not na hindi mo siya binili? Pag-isipan nyo lahat ng bibilhin nyo. And, syempre, make it worthwhile. So, make it worth your while. So, ibig sabihin, kunyari, bumili ka ng food. Sabi mo, bibili ako ng food para maka-aral ako. Girl, mag-aral ka talaga. Okay? So, make it a point na you use the thing that you have bought for the purpose that you have bought it. Ako, what helped me was I bought a digital timer. Digital? Yeah, digital. Aside from my phone, usually kapag nagpo-Pomodoro ka, a Pomodoro technique is search nyo na lang. But basta it's a way that people use to focus more. So, ayan. So, I bought a digital timer kasi napapansin ko, pag nagta-timer ako sa phone, biglang saan na pala ako napunta. Nakalimutan ko. Kaya ko nga pala inopen yung phone ko was to set an alarm. So, bumili na lang ako ng timer. And it was really helpful kasi parang mas nakikita ko yung time na gumagalaw without having to open my phone. The next one is work around your limitations. So, yung limitations ko ng boards was, Mama did not allow me to post on the walls. Usually, di ba, yung pag nagbo-board, makikita mo yung mga kwarto nila, puro Manila paper, di ba? Sa banyo, everywhere, sa kama, everywhere that may makita sila, may mga paglagyan, nagpapaskill sila. Ako, dami-dami kong wall, di ba? Pero, sabi ni Mama, is a no. Kasi iitim daw yung walls. And, so, medyo nasad ako nun, initially, kasi sabi ko, this is the only way I will be able to remember the things that I have to remember. Pero, diba, God said, honor your parents. And, kahit na limitation yon, I worked around it. So, what I did na lang, since I needed talaga na may nakikita ako, I printed my diagrams, pero I looked for parang bakal sa kwarto. Tapos bumili na lang ako ng mga ref magnets. Tapos dun ko siya dinidikit. So, everybody happy. Diba? Next is pack up and set up. Ito, routine. It's more of being organized, being neat and tidy, and also like orienting the mind na, okay, I'm gonna start today and I have an end time. Diba? Para kang pumapasok sa office. May time in, may time out. So, every day, kahit na hindi pa ako tapos sa inaaral ko, I turn off my laptop, I fix my table, walang laman. I put everything kung saan sila linalagay. Kasi para next day, I will open my laptop, alam mo yun, the works, the routine na, okay, I'm starting again. And para matutulog ka na hindi mo nakikita yung laptop, oh my gosh, nakabukas pa siya, ang dami ko pang backlogs, and that will happen. Talagang hindi maiwasan na may magkaka-backlogs ka talaga. Ako, kahit na boards na, meron akong hindi natapos aralin. So, okay lang talaga yun. Embrace the things that you cannot do. Okay? Kasi it's part of life. You work around what you have. What you don't have, you surrender it to the Lord. Because God can give us more pa ng kaya nating gawin on our own. Okay? So, para matutulog ako, everything is fixed. Wala na akong iniisip. Kasi, parang na-file away ko na siya in my brain. And everywhere that the eyes can see. My eyes can see. And isa pang thing sa akin, enjoy your study time. How can you enjoy it? Medyo I bribe myself. So, means ako, nung palapit na yung board, sabi ko, mga 2 months ata or month, malapit na yung board. Sabi ko, okay, I will spend once a week or twice a week for food delivery. Just to, medyo parang help yourself stay motivated to study and hindi ka na, para ka lang may kasangga. Parang, di ba, when you're in school, you also buy something and it just nudges you towards your goal. Next is welcome interruptions. They are a part of life. Guys, sobrang pawis ko na! Welcome interruptions. They are a part of life. Minsan tatawagin ka ng parents mo, magpapatulong with something, and then ikaw parang you're sobrang in the zone. Mangyayari yun. Yung kung kailan ka in the zone, dun maraming biglang, ah! So, welcome them. Kasi the boards is not your end-all, be-all. It's just one stage of your life. So, don't use 100% of your time on it. You know, help your parents, help your ministry, your church, your friends. Kapag may friends na nanghihingi ng tulong, alam mo, kahit na kulang ka na sa aral, surrender mo yun kay God. Sabi mo, Lord, kailangan niya tulong ko, pero gusto ko pa mag-aral. Tulungan niya lang ako, Lord. I will help my friend, help me the next time I study to remember things more. Kasi lahat naman talaga grace lang. Ayun. Okay, next is, ayun nga, like what I said, have a mindset of an athlete. And remember, God is your coach. Meaning, whatever God says, we follow. So, God says we rest on once a week, we do that. God says we honor our parents, we do that. God says we don't control and we surrender to Him, we do that. Ayan, so fix your body clock. Ito, important. Fix your body clock, sleep well, eat well, hydrate. Take care of your body. So, if you have to wake up early the next day, ako nung boards review, never ako nagpuyat. Never ako nag-aral until past 12. O, parang ang naging habit ko nga, especially nung malapit na yung boards, mga 10:30 nakahiga na ako. Tapos gigising na lang ako ng 6. Ganyan. Kasi, para early to bed, early to rise. Ayan. It is also important to focus so that you don't lose sight of your goal. Pray that your goal is also God's will for you para if hindi, ma-redirect ka to the right path. To anchor your goal to what God desires for you. Kunyari, you might have a dream to top the boards. You might have a dream to pass the boards. Alam mo yun? And these are not bad dreams. These are not bad ambitions. But if we do them without God, if we do them in a way or in a manner that is not pleasing to God. Di ba parang si Jonah, ayaw niya pumunta sa Nineveh. So, tumakas siya, hanggang sa hindi siya nakikinig kay God. God was the one who really woke him up na kinain siya ng isang big fish. Diba? And then nakinig na siya. So, better lagi yung plan ni God for us. And for me, I can honestly say that dreaming about topping the boards wasn't mine. It was really what God wanted to happen. It was God's story through my life. So, that's why, kahit na 2 months na akong late sa paggawa nito, tinuloy ko pa rin kasi I really want to help people who are studying and struggling for the boards. Nag-struggle ako sa boards. Baka iisip nyo kasi, oh my gosh, ang galing niya, ano yung boards. Pero honestly, I don't feel na, syempre nag-aral ako, no? Pero I don't think, yes, I don't think the amount of studying I did was commensurate to top 7 na level sa board. It was really, really God's work. Sobra. So, ayun. Ito, number 1, stay humble. In God's economy, the most humble is the greatest. So, you don't have to top the boards actually. God will elevate you. If your identity is in Him, you don't need these things, but you can hope for these things. Of course, God blesses us. God is a good God. He will not withhold something good. Don't be afraid to dream big. Di ba, mag-aaral ka na lang, mag-dream ka na to top the boards. Top 1, why not, di ba? Kasi, God is a big God. Actually, ang kwento ko is, I had the dream, I wanted, I prayed for it, pero nahiya ako kasi, what if hindi pala yun yung gusto ni God for me? What if, iba yung gusto niya for me? Baka gusto niya mag-top ako, baka gusto niya, hindi pa muna ako pumasa. Diba? Hindi naman yun, it's really just God's plan. Pero, dumating ako sa point na I was really holding on so firmly to the dream na kapag may pagbabago sa schedule, pag hindi okay yung lecturer, talagang naiinis ako. And I noticed that within myself. So, I told God, Lord, ayoko na pong mag-top. Ayoko na nung dream. Lord, take away the dream, please. And hindi niya tinake away. 1 week after praying that dream, the dream was still as strong as it was before. And I just felt like, Lord, why are you not taking it away if it's not glorifying you anymore? And yun pala, what God wanted me to learn was to work through it. Work through my negative attitude. He will turn it around for good. To make it His story and not mine. Kasi kung ako lang nagko-control, di ba kapag nag-top ako, feeling ko, oh my gosh, I deserve this. Pero He wanted na hindi ganun yung maging attitude ko at the end of it all. He wanted me to learn to stay humble. So, ayun. Tips for the boards. Ito na yung mga questions. Okay, commercial break. Hello. Grabe guys, ang init. Pero sige, tuloy na natin to. A lot of the questions were centered towards study habits, smart study plan. So, ang answer ko ay, smart studying, hindi mo siya makakuha from anyone else. I know that we watch a lot of videos. Ito, papanoorin mo din to, di ba? Ako din, I watched a lot of people give tips. Kasi, what I did was, I will glean from them tips and then adapt ko sa sarili ko. Kunyari, yung Pomodoro. Paano kung kaya ko lang 15 minutes, tas 1 hour rest? Diba? Okay lang yun. Basta yung time na inaaral mo, dapat intentional ka talaga. And kung kaya mong habaan, girl, habaan mo na. So, gawin na 30 minutes. So, it's just like, and ito pa, no 0 days. So, kahit na 1% lang yung mabigay mong aral that day, do that 1%. Okay? And then, what I did pa, make a list of topics that recur in the exams that you take na di mo pa alam. Parang, kunyari, lagi itong nag-e-exam, pero laging di mo ito nasasagot. Sulat mo na yon para by the end of the review, malapit na yung board, makita mo na, okay, ito, alam ko na to talaga. Guys, ang init. Okay. Next, how did you review? Review center? Yes. Nag-review ako. I'm the type of person na hindi talaga ako self-study person. I study best pag kinukuha ko yung energy ng lahat. So, parang sa kanila ako kumukuha ng lakas. Kasi medyo tamad talaga ako, guys. So, ayun. Kaya nag-review center ako, tapos yung review center ko was, this year was top rank. 3 years ago, habang student pa ako, tas nag-leave. Hindi, because I got delayed, I studied. Naki-review ako sa batchmates ko nun. So, that I went to Gapos. Ayan. So, ayun. Someone was pushing me to work. I had a schedule, I just needed to follow. Kasi yung by myself, parang di ko siya kaya. So, ayun. Self-study tips naman. Schedule. Sabi ko, have a solid support system. Kailangan yon. As in, kahit na hindi kayo mag-aral together. Ako kasi, pag nag-aaral ako with someone together, medyo nako-conscious din ako minsan. Lalo na kapag kilala ko. So, mas gusto ko hindi ko kilala, pero magkakasama lang kami. Or parang ganon. Papa told me something in college that stuck with me ever since. Sabi niya, we shouldn't rely on motivation. I know that a lot of people are asking, what if I'm not motivated? What do you do if you're not motivated to study? And that's the thing. That's when you study. When you're not motivated. All the more you should study. Pero check mo rin, if you need to rest, rest ka muna. If tinatamad ka lang, work for 10 minutes. Pag di pa rin kaya, rest ka. Tapos next time, try ulit. So, Papa said, it's elusive. Motivation is elusive. You can't rely on it. Discipline is doing something that you don't feel like doing and continuing on doing it. You need grit for that. There are actually no shortcuts to studying and staying productive. And actually, talagang, discipline. You put in the work. Kahit 1% effort lang, at least you showed up. Pasok ka sa classes, kahit di mo feel, pumasok ka. Kahit wala ka naiintindihan, pumasok ka. Pag di mo pa rin feel, later during the day, you can leave the Zoom. At least, mas onti na lang yung recording na papanoorin mo and you showed up. Diba? Minsan kasi tinatamad lang tayo, pero kaya naman. So, assess mo muna before mo ayoko pumasok. Okay? Just do whatever you can do. Para sa dulo, wala ka nang pagsisisi. Diba? How to stay motivated, how to handle being unmotivated. The question. Accept that di talaga tayo robot. Yan. Sila lang ang may 100% efficiency, guys. Tayo, humans tayo. And we have ebbs and flows. Remember na lang, kapag may down days, may up days ka din. So, bawi. What God told me was, always, Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23, there are new mercies every morning. If you sinned today, if naging tamad ka today, say sorry to God. Lord, sorry, hindi ko nagawa yung pinapagawa nyo. Sorry, hindi ko nabigay yung best effort ko today. Help me to not feel shame and guilt tomorrow so that I can study guilt-free and I can enjoy what I study. Pag-pray nyo rin yan, Lord, sana ma-enjoy ko po yung topic today, sana okay po yung lecture today, diba, ganyan. So, how to overcome anxiety and being overwhelmed? Pray. Because I was super anxious during that time I started multiple Devo plans on new version, the Bible app. As in talaga, parang magko-quiet time ako sa morning, mga 2 siguro. 2 babasahin ko before ako mag-start ng day. And then before I sleep, that's the last thing also that I read. And sabi nga ng friend ko, sabi ni Jubes, parang ikaw na nga lang yung nagno-notif sa new version kasi basa nga ako ng basa. And it was really helpful. I will be commenting or sa caption, lalagay ko yung Devo plans that really affected and impacted my studying by the grace of God. Do quiet time. Do never not prioritize God. Always prioritize your quiet time kasi nag-quiet time ka na nga, minsan ma-anxious ka pa. So what if hindi ka pa nag-quiet time, hindi ka pa nagbasa ng word ni God? So next, how do you manage burnout? What was your outlet? D group was my outlet. I always wanted and made it a point to always carve out time for my D group. As in, doon ka nakakapag-process doon ka nakakapag-share. So, that was important. I cherish my Sabbath. I always talagang rest day. Kahit na hindi ko feel mag-rest, kasi parang sobrang pumped ko pa mag-aral. Guys, sobrang pawis ko na. I'm so sorry. Nagsasabath pa rin ako. I sleep early and I wake up early. So, talagang before you think about how do you prevent burnout, you take care of yourself. Yun talaga. Wala talagang shortcuts, guys. I'm so sorry. So, what did you do night before boards? Did you find it difficult to sleep night before boards? OMG, nag-aaral pa rin ako. Kasi, sabi diba, wag na daw mag-aaral. Pero ako, parang, sobrang na-anxious ka din ako ng boards talaga. Pero, constant surrender lang talaga. Moment by moment surrender. So, whatever will help you feel more calm, do it. Pero siguro naman mga ilang hours before ka matulog the night before, stop muna. Ako may cut off ako. Sabi ko noon, 12 noon. Pero ang dami ko pa ring backlog, so naging 4 p.m. Naging 6 p.m. pa nga ata So, pero after noon, di na talaga nag-aral. Talagang surrender. Yan. Okay? Okay? Paano ko nakakancel lagi? What would you say to someone who's asking themselves that question? Mag-aaral pa ba ako? Tatake pa ba ako? Or work na lang ako? Kami rin napapostpone nun. Pero ang ginawa ko, I had a vision, I had a goal. I wanted to top the boards. And if you want to top the boards, there are so many things to study, so many things to learn, and I was just so excited to learn. So, kahit na nagka-COVID ako noon, kahit na na-postpone, planano ko pa rin mag-aral. So, ang tip ko ay, whatever it is you have decided, kunya work muna ako, give your time, your effort to working. And then when you decide that you will take the boards, drop everything and give it to the boards. Okay? So, yun. Tapos, tips for nursing boards. What books to read? Ito for my nursing friends. Pero sige, before this, I will insert my friend, my dear mate, Lorraine de la Cruz. Top 7 siya ng PT boards, mga 2018 ata, 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So, insert Lorraine here!
Hi everyone! My name is Dane de la Cruz and I'm here to share with you some of the tips that I used during my review, and I sincerely hope na makatulong din sila sa inyo in your board review season. The first tip is to know the format of your board exam. So ito pwede nyo itanong sa mga higher batches na nauna na sa inyong mag-boards, or if you have enrolled in a review center, yun, pwede nyo din silang tanongin so that you'll have an overview kung ano yung mga subjects na kailangan nyong aralin ulit, and consequently the topics under those subjects that you really need to focus on. So yung boards naman is multiple choice, pero the questions may be asked in different ways. So it's important to know that as well, kasi it would be helpful for you to know kung ano yung approach na kailangan, testmanship skills, ganyan, para sagutin yung mga types of questions na gano'n. Build a timetable. So personally, hindi ko nagawa yung timetable ng review ko, pero I did list siguro yung mga kailangan kong aralin. Pero yung timetable, I think it would be really helpful para din makita mo in a bigger picture, no, yung mga topics na kailangan mo talagang matouch before your exam. So, for example, day 1, kailangan kong aralin to. Day 2, kaya ko nang i-compute to. Day 3, kailangan memorize ko na to. Things like that, whatever works for you, pwede mong ilagay sa timetable. It's just helpful for you to be organized, and yun, para alam mo din yung checklist na kailangan mong matouch or kailangan mong mascan na subjects, topics before the exam itself. It's learning habits. So, yun. Know the learning or study habits that are effective for you, kung saan ka productive. So, noon may mga kasabayan ako na productive kapag madaling araw nag-aaral, o kaya pag super aga hanggang hapon lang sila. So, whatever works for you, it's okay. Basta alam mo kung saan ka productive, saan ka mas nakaka-retain ng information, saan ka mas nakaka-memorize, saan ka mas comfortable, do it. Okay. And then, next one is to practice. So, yung boards kasi is also a test of endurance for me. Kasi you're given a time to answer hundreds of questions. So, kapag nasanay ka na nagsasagot ng mga mahabang questions, analyzation man, or kung ano, computation, alam mo na kung paano siya sagutan ng mabilis, alam mo yung shortcut, alam mo yung kailangan mo lang i-focus on sa question na yon or sa statements na yon. So, if you are able to practice answering questions na parang board type, and to also shade pala, no? Kung sanay ka na din mag-shade, alam mo na kung gaano ka din dapat hindi lagpas-lagpas, yung things like that would also be helpful. Enjoy the journey. I think it's really important for you to still be doing the things that you're passionate about or that would relieve your stress, kasi may mga times talaga na magiging exhausting yung pagre-review. Pero yun, do the things that would make you happy and comfortable. Like, for example, ako noon, kapag nafe-feel ko minsan na wala nang pumapasok sa isip ko or wala na ako na-absorb na information, punta lang ako sa bookstore o kaya mag-window shopping ng stationery, ng books, or nung time kasi na yun, wala pang pandemic, so pwede pang manood ng sine, ganyan, or pumunta sa mga massage parlors, or sa mga kainan, yun. So, just do it. Still spend time with your family and your friends, and yun, enjoy this season in your life. And then, lastly, is to do your best and surrender. Surrender everything in prayer, and trust that God's will and plan is the best for you. So, it's really comforting to know na meron kang assurance that God's plan is the best. And whatever will happen after the boards, it's the best for you. I really hope na nakatulong to somehow. And if you still have questions or specific prayer requests, things like that, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We believe in you and we're rooting for you. God bless!
Okay. So, ayun na. Malapit na tayo matapos, guys! Okay, so tips for nursing boards. Hello, my batchmates! I am so proud of you guys. I know that you put in the work. Kahit na hindi pa kayo 100%. Ito ang tip ko talaga, hindi mo malalaman lahat. Kahit na kunyari gusto mo mag-top, akala ko kasi kapag inaral ko na lahat, di ba paulit-ulit kasi sa review they refresh you, they ask you, they test you, and then they ask it to you again. Akala ko, a-answer ko na lahat. Pero lagi may exam na may di ako alam yung tanong. And so what you do kapag may ganon? Guys, sobrang pawis ko na. Pag may ganon, embrace nyo lang na hindi nyo alam lahat. And so pag ganon, intelligent guess. Sa boards, talagang may hindi ka alam. May mga tanong nga doon, tinanong ko yung parents ko after boards, girl, doctor sa sila, hindi din nila alam. Kasi may mga gamot doon na, ano yun? Na kahit yung generic name, di mo makukuha. So, embrace nyo lang, answer what you can. Tas bawi. Kasi your goal talaga is to learn this question. Para sa boards, pag lumabas, alam mo siya. Yun yung goal mo. So, until hindi mo pa alam, you study. So, that's how you work. You don't need to read all the books. Ang binasa ko lang ay yung white book, yung blue book. Yung blue book nga, blue book yung Maglaya, hindi ko siya natapos. In-attempt ko, girl, pero it wasn't, hindi talaga kaya. So, tanong niyo yung review center nyo ano yung recommended nilang basahin na pages, read them. Sa white book, binasa ko lahat. Ayun. Pero medyo outdated din yung white book. Pero alam nyo guys, ako na nag-aaral ako, ang pinaka-kinakatakutan ko was community nursing. Pero, sa community topic sa boards, wala masyadong community question. Sa totoo lang. As in. Tas, yun yung pinakamadali. Talaga lang na topic. Pero wag kayong kampante. Baka sa time nyo. Mag-aaral lang kayo, guys. Give your best. Be intentional with the time. If you feel anxious, that's okay. Take a deep breath. Rest for a while. And then, start again. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Quality improvement. Mag-search kayo sa YouTube. You can chat me. I will send you the links. Quality improvement, very important. Okay? That's it, guys! Oh my gosh. Whatever boards you will be studying, engineering, architecture, PT, nursing, geology, whatever it is, God has got you. God's got you. Diba? Kasi ang feeling mo sa boards, you have to do. Alam mo yun? Parang wala akong time to rest. Pero God says in Exodus 14:14, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Yeah. Okay, thank you everybody for listening. I don't know if may nakatapos kasi ang haba na and I'm so dull. But feel free to chat me. I also have announcements. I have a podcast. Hindi pa ako masyadong post again because ayun nga, life happened. We also have weekly gatherings sa UPM Silungan. You can chat me. I'll also put the invitation sa comments. And I will be sharing sa PLM this coming September 10 for PLM Freshies. So if you know of Freshies from PLM, please invite them to come to our event. Marami ng participants na nag-register and we're just so excited to meet you all, and I want to share God's story to you guys. What is my final tip? No 0 days, and there are new mercies every morning. God bless you all!